If you think the only way to make real money as a coach is to teach other coaches how to get clients or doing the marketing stuff, this one is for you. Somewhere along the line, the internet decided that the smart way of building a coaching business is either becoming a business coach to help other coaches or as a marketing coach. Today, I'm going to walk you through the five coaching niche that is about to explode in 2026, and none of them have to do with coaches helping other coaches. And all of them can be wildly profitable when you position yourself the right way. Hey, I'm Michelle. I help women's life coaches building a coaching business that gets you seen at all the right places and get more paying clients using my simple 7 step client enrollment method, even if you are not great with marketing and you hate selling. I work with a lot of newly certified life coaches who says the same thing. Everyone around me is doing business coaching. Do I have to do that too if I really want to make this coaching business work and making some real money? The short answer is no, and the long answer is that you need to have a niche that differentiate you from the coach standing next to you. And this is even more important as more and more people going into coaching industry. So in this video, I'm going to break it down why these five niches are hot in 2026 and how you could position yourself if one of them feels like a good match. And at the end, I will also tell you where to focus and how to pick the right niche if you're someone who is newly certified and you have no idea of where to begin. So let's dive right in. Niche number one, health and wellness coaching. Health and wellness coaching is not something new, but the kind of problem people are looking for help with in 2026 are getting way more specific. Things like perimenopause or menopause support, ADHD and executive functioning support for neurodivergent adult who wanted to thrive and not just to cope. Now, why is this niche about to blow up? Well, because people are finally naming the things that they used to just say, I'm tired and something's wrong with me. Now, women in their 40s, 50s, and 60s are saying, I'm done suffering in silence and I want this. Plus, in the healthcare industry, the diagnosis rate are higher and higher, which means that a lot of the diagnoses are getting more specific, more readily available, which means that awareness is also higher. And that also translates meaning that people are more actively searching for help. They don't just want some clarity, they want a specific problem that they're experiencing to be solved. How this could look as a niche for you, it might sound something like this. I help high achieving women in perimenopause manage their energy, mood, and brain fog so they can keep showing up for their life without burning out. Or it could be something like this. I help neurodivergent creatives building a routine and system that actually work for their brain so they can finish what they started. Notice we're not saying health coach for everyone or wellness coach for chronic fatigue. We're solving a very specific, daily, and painful problem for your ideal client. Niche number two, career and life transition coaching. The world of work is changing so fast. Recon structure, layoff, AI, remote work, people going back to the office, or people saying no thank you to going back to the office. On top of that, there's a whole group of people in their late 30s to their 50s who's asking, is this really what I want to do for the next 20 years? So, this niche is powerful because the pain is very clear. I hate my job and I feel stuck. The stakes are high, and this affects money, identity, family, and health. So people are willing to invest to get help to make big decisions smarter and faster. So the possible way for you to position yourself is may sound something like this. I help mid-career professionals pivot into work that feel meaningful without burning everything to the ground. Or it could sound something like this. I help women in the corporate career design a realistic exit plan into coaching or purpose driven work. So, your job is not just to help them to find clarity, your job is to guide them through a transition with the beginning, the middle, and the end. Niche number three, life and mindset coaching. Now, this one is the one that can get very vague and very quickly. I help people live their best life may sound beautiful and also sounds like everyone else. So for 2026, here is how this niche is going to work. You still help people with purpose, with the clarity and confidence. You're just anchoring into a specific type of person. Maybe it's a specific season with a specific challenge. So, for example, I help first generation professional women stop feeling guilty for wanting more and creating a life that feels like theirs, not just their family's dream. Or it could be something like this. I help high achieving women who have checked every box and still feel empty, figuring out what they actually want next and build the courage to go after it. Now, why is this niche can be so highly profitable? Your people often already invest in therapy, retreat, or courses. They value growth. They are willing to pay for the space that is about them and not just for their job. The key with this niche is that your story and your point of view is going to matter. You're not just selling the mindset coaching, you're selling a very specific transformation that come from how you see the world. Perhaps you can tie it with your own personal experience with life and mindset, what got you here, what had to change in order for you to become successful. Niche number 4 is relationship coaching. Now, the short version is people are lonely and people are dating again after divorce or after separation, or they're getting married and feeling like they're living with roommates. People want to be seen and heard inside their relationship. And this is a huge opportunity here for coaches who can help others with dating or finding aligned partners, or maybe it's emotional intimacy and deeper connection, conflicts, or communication skill that a lot of people do not have, and they end up getting the silent treatment. So, a possible direction for you to go into this niche is it may sound something like this. I help women over 40 start dating again with confidence without feeling like they are 20s and on the apps for the very first time. Or maybe it would be something like this. I help busy couples rebuilding connection and communication so they feel like a team again instead of two coworkers managing a house. Here's why these work. Relationships are one of the top reasons people look for help. The problem is painful and it is personal. When you help people feel loved and secure, the value is huge. And this is life changing work. So, if you've been contemplating whether relationship coaching is something that people will actually pay, the answer is yes, they will absolutely pay. But you have to deliver and speak and articulate that value so that they do see why they need you in their lives. Niche number 5 is leadership coaching. Leaders are under a lot of pressure right now. They're expected to hit the target, support mental health, managing constant changes at workplace, handling employee or short staff and somehow not burned out. So this niche is growing because companies are finally realizing that just promoting the best performer into a leadership role without training, it doesn't work. Now, the way that you could focus on this niche is it may look and sound something like this. I help new managers become confident leader who can have hard conversation, get feedback, and support their team without working 70 hours a week. Or it could sound something like this. I help women of color leaders navigate corporate politics using their voice and lead with confidence without shrinking who they are. So, a lot of leadership work is coaching, not training. You are helping them to see their patterns, managing their emotion, and showing up in a new way. And yes, leadership coaching can pay very well, whether it is individual investing on their own or maybe the company pays for it. These are the top five niche that are set up to explore in 2026. What are they again? Let's recap. Health and wellness coaching, things like menopause, ADHD, neurodivergence, and so much more. Career and life coaching, transition, maybe it's pivoting from layoff or just trying to figure out what's next for me. Life and mindset coaching, things like purpose, fulfillment, clarity, confidence, with a specific person and story, or maybe it's a season of life that you focus on. Relationship coaching, things like dating, finding deeper connection, having better communication, these are all great problems that you're able to solve as a coach for them. And last but not least, leadership coaching, helping people lead human through the constant changes in our current environment. The pattern to all these niches is really simple: real people, real problem with a clear outcome. So if you're thinking that I need to be a business coach or a coach working with other coaches, the reality is you don't. You don't need to sell to other coaches in order to have a profitable coaching business. You just need to have a clear niche, a clear offer, and a clear path for your clients to say yes. Now, as a coach stepping into 2026, the landscape looks a lot more different than what it is even a year ago. Knowing what is trendy is helpful, but your niche must come from something that's deeper than what the market is demanding. Otherwise, you're going to wake up every morning and dreading to get onto your coaching calls. How do you find a niche that is truly yours? Here are some of the steps that you should be asking yourself. And these are the questions that I will start. The first question you want to ask yourself is, what have you personally lived through that transformed you? You probably have lived through experiences that becomes your authority. It shapes how you see the world and how you help others to navigate through it. The second question you want to ask yourself is, which transformation can you speak about confidently and not just from the theory, from the book, but actually coming from the truth? Because your clients can feel that authenticity. They can also feel when something has been forced, something that you took it out from, maybe it's your coaching certification program. This is how they taught you to talk. So you wanted to identify what is it that you can speak without even thinking about constantly. The third question you wanted to ask yourself is, who do you naturally connect with? Some people energize towards you, and others, they just drain you. So pay attention to the difference. Who do you love to connect with? Those are probably going to be your ideal clients. Another question you want to ask is, what struggle do you never want another woman to endure alone? Your niche is often hiding inside the moment you survived, the one where you think, I wish I had someone like me back then. The last question you want to ask yourself that would help you to identify which niche feels like a better fit is, what conversation are you uniquely meant to lead? Well, this is your niche, not a trending topic, not a category on Instagram, not the buzzword. When your niche aligns with your identity, your story, and your value, something powerful happens. You stop marketing your coaching business, you start acting like a leader. And that tiny little shift is what makes someone say, finally, this is the coach I've been looking for. Now, if you ever wonder, well, do I really need to have a niche? You're not alone, and the answer is still yes. But not the old reason. Pick a lane, narrow your message. Riches are in the niches. These still matter, but the real reason is something deeper. Your niche is your identity in the marketplace. It tells your audience who you are, what you believe in, and what conversation you are here to lead. But honestly, finding your niche is only one of the many steps that you need in order to build a coaching business, which is why I created the client enrollment method. It is a 7 step roadmap that shows you all the pieces that you're going to need to attract and enroll your clients on a repeat. Now, if you're watching this and you're thinking, okay, I like one of the niche, but I don't have any idea if I'm actually ready to take on clients, there still feels like something is missing. I created a simple assessment to help you to see which step do you need in order to turn this into a business that you love. And here's what to do and how to take that assessment. There's a link in the description box down below to take the assessment. It only takes a few minutes, it's completely free. And at the end, if you decided to go deeper, you will have the option to book a strategy call with me. And on that call, we will talk about which niche makes the most sense for you and what you need in place in the next 90 days to start getting clients and whether or not this makes sense for us to work together. And if this video has been helpful, I would love for you to hit subscribe and share this with another coach friend who may be contemplating to become a business coach, even when her heart is saying something else. You are allowed to build a coaching business that fits who you are, what you love to do. Until then, I'm Michelle. If you have any topic that you would like to hear for the future, also comment down below and I will make sure to add it to my next video.